In spite of being a major Dune fan, I've never actually seen the original film, the 1984 version. I only really started reading the books actually in, was that 2020 or whenever, leading up to the release of part 1, and so that was my first cinematic exposure to the Dune universe. I'm currently reading Heretics of Dune. These are like my favorite freaking books. It's kind of been like the only actual books I've read since the release of the first movie. I think they're amazing. I'm obsessed. I plan to read all of them, but I think I'm still a bit of a fake fan because I've never seen the original film with Kyle MacLachlan. I don't really know what to expect going into this because I feel like from what I've heard, people still talk highly of this. I don't think I can go in reasonably, rationally with the goal to compare this by any means to the updated versions, of course, the new releases. I did finally see Dune Part 2. Mind-blowing, amazing, and I had said it before, but I'm extremely thrilled and glad that they ended up splitting that into 2 parts. This, you can't consolidate all of this. Even these versions, even part 1 and 2, they had to trim some things. So, you know, regardless, inevitably, yes, I know that is just a natural process of transitioning from book to screen, but I'm especially curious. Again, I'm not going to compare this to the newer versions, part 1 and 2, because I think it's just going to be absolutely wildly different, and I think that's the beauty of these books. Yes, they're such amazing world building, but if you were to give this to any director or any filmmaker, even everyone who reads it, if you're a visual reader, I feel like we all picture and imagine different things, you know? So, and that's fine. So I'm not going in trying to compare this by any means to the modern day renditions. I kind of just want to see what this is, how this, you know, is naturally going to differ. So obviously they consolidated this whole dang book into, what is this, 2 hours, 17 minutes? Like, that's what I'm most curious to see. How did they consolidate this? But from what I've heard, I feel like people look back on this very fondly. Somebody in a recent live stream mentioned in the chat that they find this version to be more memorable. Like, I'm going into this excited. I want to see what they did here. And of course, obviously, you know, with the era, you know, the day and age in which this was created, you know, sci-fi technology, of course, modern day filmmaking has the leg up there, but still there's something quite classic and there's something nostalgic about these older sci-fi films. You know, what were they able to do with their technology at the time? The cast as well, you know, I think Sting Fade out. I don't know what this is about to be. We're gonna find out. Without further ado, let's just get right in.
It is the year 10,191. The known universe is ruled by the Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV.
She hasn't blinked. There we go. Alright, Rulon.
The spice extends life.
I like that fade.
The spice is vital to space travel. The spice exists on only one planet in the entire universe. The planet is Arrakis, Dune.
I like it. It's nostalgic, okay. I say 1 second into the movie. Toto did the score? You're kidding me. This just got infinitely better. Yes, Frank.
A secret report within the guild regarding a plot which could jeopardize spice production.
I like how they're really like mapping this out.
The spice must flow.
Oh, hello. Honestly, looks better than I was anticipating. I don't know what I was picturing, but looks pretty darn good. It's the 80s. It's not like they made this in the freaking dark ages. It was not that long ago. Oh, hello. Ooh.
Father?
You must leave.
Dramatic.
Stay still. The navigator will be here within minutes.
He's here, my lord.
Ooh. Whoa. Oh my sweet goodness.
The Bene Gesserit witch must leave.
Yes, my lord.
I like the sets. I like the costuming. This is fun. Alright, this is fun. She can still sense y'all. What the what? Ew, what the frick?
We have just folded space from X.
Yes.
I see plans within plans. House Atreides, House Harkonnen, feuding, share.
What is that? What body part is that?
The Duke is becoming more popular in the Landsraad. He could threaten. I've ordered House Atreides to occupy Arrakis to mine the spice. Baron Harkonnen will return and launch a sneak attack on House Atreides.
All Atreides. We want him killed. I did not say this. I am not here.
I understand.
Oh my gosh. They're getting into the like creepy aliens lore. I love the dramatic look back. They're like, don't watch us leave. Ooh.
There, Arrakis.
Spice mining. Worms attack all rhythmic vibrations.
What do the worms look like in this one?
Sea storms.
Harkonnen has sworn to destroy House Atreides and steal the ducal signet ring for himself.
Oh, Patrick Stewart, hello.
I know, Thufir, I'm sitting with my back to the door. I heard you, Dr. Huey, and Gurney coming down the hall. My father sent you to test me. I'm not in the mood.
Not in the mood.
I'm sorry, Gurney.
Not sorry enough.
What the? What? On what? What? These shields?
Is this what you seek?
God, we have joined each other in death. You'd have fought one whit below your abilities. I'd have given you a good scar to remind you.
Soon we leave for Arrakis. Arrakis is real. The Harkonnens are real. The desert belt and the South Polar region are marked forbidden. How do the Fremen survive there?
Those eyebrows.
We don't know much about the Fremen.
Many dangers exist on Arrakis.
The Harkonnens are our enemies, yes. But behind them, I suspect, is the Emperor.
The first step in avoiding a trap is knowing of its existence.
But if it is a trap, then why are we going?
We have our new army.
Aaron, lock the room. Detachment! Stand down.
Activate a fighter.
Ooh. Oh. Oh.
Precise control.
Wow, I just love all the architecture and the interior design. Like, this is interesting. It kind of looks like he's in a catacomb of some sort.
Oh, I was just on my way.
That is not Jason Momoa.
I'll see you in Arrakis. May the hand of God be with you.
No, he's so, like, joyful and
Thank you
cheerful.
for joining me. I'll miss the sea, but a person needs new experiences. Without change, something sleeps inside us. The sleeper must awaken.
I really like this. I'm honestly liking this a lot more than I thought I would. Just has those, like, it's the nostalgia, it's the 80s vibes. But something about it lends itself so well to the sci-fi.
I will kill you.
I'm sorry, that took me out. Ooh, is this Lady Jessica?
I know she has come to test him. Tonight, I may lose my son.
I'm intrigued by the costuming choice to make all the Bene Gesserit bald. I like it. It's a vibe.
Only daughters to the Atreides. Did you really think you could bear the Kwisatz Haderach? He's awake. He's listening to us. Ready yourself, young Paul Atreides. This is very important. She's going to observe you.
It's a generous way to put it.
What does she fear?
Listen to the Reverend Mother and do what she tells you.
Ooh.
The voice.
Oh, that one gives me the heebie-jeebies. The voice, ooh, sounds like a snake. If a snake could talk, like, it's in my brain.
You see this?
Put your right hand in the box.
I hold at your neck. A gonjaba. Your instinct will be to remove your hand from the box. You die. An itching there. All burning.
Yeah, isn't it described in the book as like, feels like the skin and muscles ripped from his hand? Yeah, oh, ah! Ugh. Yep, just like that. Didn't think they were gonna show it though. Whoo! Ah, no, thank you. Whoo!
No woman, child, ever withstood that much. Take your hand out of the box and look at it.
He's like, do I wanna?
A human can resist any pain. Our test is crisis. Do you know of the water of life?
I have heard of it.
It is very dangerous. A man will come. The Kwisatz Haderach. Many men have tried. They tried and died.
Oh, here we go. This is what I'm most curious about. I can't take that seriously. It looks like one of those fish.
Thoughts acquire speed, thoughts acquire stains. Stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
I think those eyebrows actually are book accurate, now that I'm remembering. Oh god. Ah! Oh, that's right, their ears are sealed. What is going on? There he is.
My lord, Vida! Bring in Faye and Rabban!
There he is. I can't believe it.
The plan to crush the Atreides, the entire Landsdrive, would turn against the Baron.
Ugh. I can't keep watching that. Stop showing it, please. Ugh. Huh? Ew! What? What? Excuse me, sir. What? How did y'all get sting from this bloodline?
He who controls the spice controls the universe, and what Vida did not
When the
say.
spit came out of his mouth.
The Duke will die before these eyes, and he'll know. He'll know! Vladimir Harkonnen, who encompasses his doom!
I'm sorry. Oh my god. This is great. Ugh! What the What's happening?
This is what I'll do to the Duke and his family.
Ugh. The pug. It's giving Interstellar right now, this score. Whoa. Ah! Not this again! What the frick? What is... Sorry. What are all these orifices? What am I looking at right now? Sorry. Technically, I think this is book accurate. This is how it happens. Just whatever. I don't think I ever envisioned all that in my brain when I was reading. Here we go.
One will come, bringing the holy war, and bring us out of darkness.
I feel like there's a lot more background into this. If you didn't read the book and you watched this version, I think it does some more like explaining. Like it would be easier to follow with all of the terminology and lore and world building, if that makes sense.
Atreides patrols were doubled.
What have you discovered about the Fremen, Duncan? Tell me.
I think they are the allies we seek. They do not give their loyalty easily or quickly. Fremen exist in vast numbers. Vast. They who control Arrakis.
Duke Leto, this rendition of him is honestly like exactly how I visualized it in the book. It's kind of weird. Oh, hello, Shield. The shields, the body armor and that shield are very interesting in this one.
So you are Dr. Kynes, the judge of the change.
Are you a Fremen? I've been on Arrakis in the service of the Emperor long enough for my eyes to change.
Your gift of the still seals is much appreciated.
This is a still seal Fremen manufacture. It's a high efficiency filter and heat exchange system. You wore a still suit before.
No, it seemed the proper way.
He shall know your ways as if born to them. We're wasting time, sire.
Nothing says sci-fi like Patrick Stewart, am I right? He just fits so well.
Will we see a worm?
There's spice and spice mining, there are always around.
I want to see one. What do they look like in this version?
Where do they come? Is there a relationship between the worms and the spice?
Who knows?
Jump scare.
My message, it's here.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
That wasn't very convincing.
Worm sign. Is it worm sign?
Yes, worm. Calling Harvester Pack 9. Worm sign. Estimated contact, 15 minutes.
What happens now?
The carry-all will come and lift off the spice harvester.
Spotter control. There's no sign of the carry-all. I think they've got our carry-all.
Damn it. Harkonnens.
Sire, we can't leave all this spice.
Damn the spice. Get out of there.
This is intense. Ah! Hello! Hello! Whoa!
Spice.
Time for your allergic reaction.
Unrefined.
Here it is! We've got to go!
Is that Lor Santeca? Show me the worm. Oh! Ah! It kind of looks like a Sarlacc.
Someone is going to pay for this, I promise.
He's more concerned over his pen than the spine. I like this Duke.
I like how they give us more of a Dr. Kynes' internal monologue.
The local people, the maids and servants await your inspection.
Harkonnens may have tampered with them medically.
Don't act like you care. Traitor!
When you said Harkonnens, I didn't know you had so much reason to hate them.
My wife.
They must have killed her. He's holding something back. Assurance of trust. I must warn you, you are in great danger.
What is it doing to me?
Ooh, now it's really time for your allergic reaction. Oh! What the? What? What a transition.
The sleeper must awaken. Am I the one? Hunter Seeker. Can't get me if I don't know who is operating that thing. Hold still. Who are you?
I am the SHOUTOUT Mapes. You saved my life, and we Fremen pay our debts. You've a traitor in your midst. Who it is, we cannot say.
Watch your back!
The palace is now secure. Everything is shielded, and with this shielding, we are impenetrable.
Sleep well, my son.
Get your last look. No, not Mapes. Traitor!
House shield deactivating.
Why? I wish to kill a man. Get close to the Baron before you die. You'll have a new poison gas tooth. One bite on this tooth, and a strong exhale. I'll save the lives of your Paul and Jessica. For Paul.
Ow. Ugh. Ah. I don't like that.
Get that shield up!
Oh. 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 Okay, pyrotechnics, I see you. Ah! Not the dog, no! Okay, electric guitar. I like how the Atreides military doesn't have like any special uniform. Literally just like a khaki military outfit. Ugh. Not what you want to see first thing when you wake up.
We can't let ourselves be swayed by your witch's voice. We can't.
You should feel bad. Oh. Now I feel bad.
I want to spit once on your head. Just some spittle in your face.
Ah! What the why? Why?
Kill them. So kill them. Take them to the desert, as the traitor suggested.
Yes, Duncan! These shields.
You wish now to join your wife? Join her.
Ew.
You think I don't know what I gained from my wife?
Why does that one look like one of the Weasley twins?
Excellent.
Let's hear it. What are you waiting for? Come on.
There's no need to fight him from me. Lead on, Atreides.
Please don't spit again.
You killed the doctor too soon, you fool. Wait. You must come closer. Come closer, Baron.
I like his pirate jacket, the pirate trench coat.
Where are we, do you think?
South Polar regions. Hurry! This crash might bring a worm.
The signet. Where are my feelings? I feel for no one.
Yeah, he's already a lot more serious. You're so cheerful and smiling at the beginning.
I mean, all Atreides.
Why do they want me killed?
Why do they keep showing that mouth?
Must be something to do with the spice. This moon holds my future.
Ooh. Now, are we actually gonna see Alia in this one? Little 3-year-old Alia running around wreaking havoc.
Sleeper must awake. What deep? I've just had a waking dream. The spice. It's in everything here. You knew the spice would change me. It's changing my consciousness. I see it. You carry my unborn sister in your womb. He knows. Father! One day the sleeper will awaken. Not stop until I destroy the Emperor and the Baron.
Yeah, ball. I have chills. Ooh, no, that's so harsh.
Take him to his desert. To die. We have entered the time when all will turn against us and seek our lives. A worm is sure to come. Walk without rhythm, and we won't attract the worm. It will go to the thumper.
Sarlacc time. Oh, it's got like 2 mouths. It has like layers. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Ah! Oh, hello. Ow! How are you okay? Ah! How are your ankles okay? How did you not break a single bone?
A thumper.
We're not alone.
Handcuffed steps.
Yes.
Ah! Hello. Hello?
She has the weirding way. You're worth 10 times your weight of water. Both shall have sanctuary.
Then I will teach you our way of battle.
Why'd they make the frame it all sandy?
It is the legend.
Ooh, here we go.
I am Chani, daughter of Liet. I would not have permitted you to harm my tribe.
They actually acknowledged the familial relationship between her and Dr. Kynes.
You shall be known as Usul, the strength at the base of the pillar. But you must choose the name of manhood.
Alright, so they definitely fast forwarded a ton right there in the last 2 minutes.
Shadow in the second moon. Muad'Dib. You are Paul Muad'Dib.
Just covered a lot of ground. I guess that makes sense though. There's only like not even an hour left. It's the whole second half of the book in 45 minutes. Definitely a different version of the Baron in this one. Yuck! What the? They dialed up the disgustingness of the Harkonnens, that's for sure.
I want you to squeeze and squeeze
And squeeze! Give me spice!
Do not show the slightest pity or mercy.
Like, actually, how did he come out of this bloodline? I'm sorry.
I'll send you fate, lovely fate.
Stop! Don't look at him like that. Sadly, that's book accurate, though.
Our Reverend Mother is too old. She asks that you pass within and become our Reverend Mother.
Let SHOUTOUT judge now.
The water of life.
One day I will have to do this.
Too old? She doesn't have a wrinkle on her face.
The old Reverend Mother surrendered her life as she surrendered her
She's not old. That woman's like 45.
Am I the one? A sleeper must awaken.
Alia was born with all the knowledge and powers of a Reverend Mother.
Ugh, this is weird. She's about to age up like a sim.
Sofa's one of the finest men cats in the universe.
What's the cat doing in there? What's with all the animal abuse? First the dog's going into battle, then the cow, now the cat. What's happening?
A poison has been introduced into your body through Fahawad.
All I can see is an Atreides that I want to kill.
No, no.
I love how every single one of his pieces of dialogue is just death, kill.
My Duke, how I failed you. The Holy Warriors.
I am Usul. Paul Muad'Dib. The Harkonnens are once again in control of Arrakis. We must totally destroy all spice production on Arrakis. He who can destroy a thing controls a thing. When the spice flow stops, all eyes will turn to Arrakis. Arrakis will become the center of the universe. This obelisk is of your hardest stone. This is part of the weirding way that we will teach you. Through sound and motion, you will be able to paralyze nerves, suffocate an enemy, or burst his organs.
Youch.
Kill until no Harkonnen breathes Arrakeen air.
Muad'Dib.
My name is a killing word. Yet in order to lead them, I must conquer the worm. Conquer SHOUTOUT.
Ooh. Time to go for a spin.
Pride as a leader of men.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Usul,
Have fun with that. The scale, oh my god. Holy rows of teeth. Sorry. They're just so tiny.
When the spice flow stops, all eyes will turn to Arrakis.
What happened to you and your men? What are you saying? Who is this?
Muad'Dib and the Fremen brought spice production to a standstill. Paul's sister Alia matured at a frightening rate.
Frightening.
Her harbored tremendous powers. Paul and Shani's love grew.
Yeah, Shani's not really in this one at all, I feel like. It's a mullet now?
Don't you trust your own eyes?
Emperor Shaddam IV, bring the situation under control on Arrakis. You do not have more than this one chance. The new Fremen leader Muad'Dib has stopped spice mining on Arrakis. Remedy this situation. Restore spice production.
That's why they want me killed. They're afraid I'll take the water of life.
I have to drink the water of life.
No, Paul.
Only the water of life will free what can save us.
I will love you forever. You are my life.
Many men have tried. They tried and died.
The worm is the spice. The spice is the worm. The worms.
They're not attacking. Why?
Ah! I don't like that. I don't like blood coming out of people's eyes. Nope. Why is everyone bleeding?
Paul, you've taken the water of life.
This is the place they cannot look.
Now I truly control the worm.
This is so trippy.
Father! Father! The sleeper has awakened!
Dang. That was cool.
Arrakis. Dune.
A storm is coming. Our storm. And when it arrives, it will shake the universe. Emperor! We come for you! Long live the fighters!
Ooh, here we go. Holy smokes. That's a lot. Oh my extras. Oh my gosh. Oh my thumpers. How many worms are y'all trying to call?
Gurney, when the storm hits, set off the atomics. Do we have worm sign?
We have worm sign the likes of which even God has never seen.
I love the notes of electric guitar. Yes, Toto. Like, it's just so, like, rock on, yes.
Bring in that floating fat man. The Baron.
Ah! Jump scare.
You forced me to come here and set things straight. Personally.
Little Alia, yeah.
I'm afraid my brother won't be very pleased with you.
Silence.
Kill this child. She's an abomination.
No!
Kill her.
Tell them both who I really am.
Sister of Paul.
Paul is my deep.
I'm so glad she's actually featured in this. It's just such like a mind frick.
No! Atomics!
Hello.
My brother is coming with
Shout out to this little actress. With like 50 worms, my god.
The shield wall has been penetrated by atomics.
Get this little abomination to the store.
Not so fast. Whoop. I love how in this one, every action sequence, there's a man just getting hurled in the air. Ah. Get him, girl! There we go, yes! Y'all are fighting with the worms, let them squash people! Yes! Get him with that gum chopper! It's just so... my brain's being blasted right now with little Alia. Yes! Right into the belly of the beast. He's like, what did I just watch? Like, what? Ooh, alright, Sting, show us what you got.
Fade Routh.
Emperor Shaddam IV. You have some idea of what I could do. Don't try your powers on me.
You mustn't speak!
I can kill with a word. Give the Harkonnen a blade. And let him stand forth.
Let me. Please, my lord.
The Emperor's blade.
They had the drummers on standby. They're like, just in case.
Why prolong the inevitable?
Ew. Smeagol.
You see your death.
Goodbye, Sting. Oh. Lisa, no game.
Muad'Dib had become the hand of God.
Little Alia, I just can't.
Muad'Dib would now bring peace, to lead the people to true freedom.
One cannot go against the word of God.
Oh, he is the Kwisatz Haderach.
This is so 80s. Wait, what? Alright, well. That was certainly something. So different, but dare I say, am I gonna get flack for saying this? In many ways, and I say this trying my absolute hardest to not come across as like a book purist by any means. I guess the best disclaimer I can give is I'm a huge fan. Like, I absolutely love Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2, these new ones. So I don't have like any qualms with those films. Dune Part 2, literally life altering. I cried during it. So that goes to say though, like, I still think there's some, this is weird, yes. These books are weird. Like, nothing about those is normal. So like, this, dare I say, I feel like in some aspects it was more book accurate, like way more, not way more faithful, I guess, to the book, but as condensed as it was, I still think there were elements of this that were far more fleshed out. You know, they leaned into it more here. Alia is actually existent in this one. That was what I was most curious to see, because it is just so much of these books is literally just like a mind frick, like for lack of a better word, to say it cleanly. It's absolutely just bonkers. It's mind-boggling. You read some of this, you're like, what is my brain even visualizing right now? Like with the Ixians, like with the crazy, like all of that stuff. Yeah, it definitely condensed a frick ton. And again, where some places were more fleshed out, others suffered. You know, Lady Jessica wasn't really prominent in this one too much. Shawnee had like maybe 2 lines in this. She's like literally not part of this at all, and she is obviously a huge part of the story. You know, her and Paul's relationship, there wasn't really like any development. They basically just went from strangers to making out 2 minutes later. So that would be my biggest critique here. But like, that goes without saying. If you're gonna take a how many pages is this? If you're gonna take like a 900-page book and try to chop it down into 2 hours, like of course things are going to get, you know, lost. Like that's just, it's inevitable. So I'm not gonna sit here and critique and say, well, they cut out like 400 pages worth. Like, yeah, obviously. It's like, duh, they had to. What else are they gonna do? There's no way. Even the new ones split into 2 parts, which I respect and really am grateful for that decision. But even after splitting it into 2 parts, they still had to trim some stuff and condense things. But I feel like this tapped into a lot of the more just wild things about this book. Again, like the space travel. That is that the Ixians that were in that, you know, that tank with that like sea like creature worm thing, whatever it was. And that's some of like the core lore of all of this. That's what I would say. This one, yeah, it was weird, but it's because it tapped into like it tapped into the weirder aspects of this book, this world, this universe, where it was accurate and fleshed out. I feel like it really was faithful and drew from the books and tried its hardest to like explain everything. Sorry, I'm just thinking, I don't know my full thoughts yet. Again, I guess because a huge chunk of it is like the latter half, just timing wise, is very like rushed and kind of just, you know, bypasses a lot. And again, the romance with, you know, Paul and Shawnee is kind of overlooked. It's tough because I tried to watch this and not draw too many comparisons or be constantly having the newer versions in the back of my brain the whole time to just critique the two against each other. But, you know, I think this one definitely just had a certain quality to it. It didn't shy away from really leaning into the sci-fi, and these books are more than sci-fi. Like I said, it's weird. You know, there's a certain quality about this movie in particular that I feel like coincides more with what my brain and imagination was visualizing as I read the book. And that boils down to personal preference. I'm not going to chalk that up to this being better by any means. How I imagined things, and it is so hard to imagine some of this, like, while you're reading the book, like the Ixians and the space travel and the spice, like, all of that, I didn't think we were going to see. And little Alia, like this 3-year-old running around, like, wreaking havoc on everybody, like, but I do feel like this, just the quality of that, about this, something about this, it coincided more with what I pictured, what I had in mind. Again, that's not to say that the other ones are still, if you watch back my review of Dune Part 1, like, it's also incredibly faithful and book accurate, and I was obviously a huge fan of that. I'm really trying not to pit these two against each other, and I also don't want that to come across as a critique of the casting, because yes, this had more book accurate casting choices. I don't give a crap about any of that, if you're catching my drift, you know, with the more diversity and whatnot. Like, I prefer, frankly, the casting of the newer films. Nothing against these folks. I just want to make sure I'm not coming across as like, oh, this one's more faithful because it's how I envisioned the characters, you know? I'm talking more like the aesthetic, the architecture, the kind of interior design. Like, I don't know, it just matched what was going on in my brain. I'm not doing a good job of articulating this, I feel like. But yeah, I didn't hate this. I was a little bit more disgusted. It definitely leaned into more of like the grossness of the Harkonnens. Like, my gag reflex for some reason was very weak during this. I had to keep it together during some of all of that. But like, that's also like, they're vile. They're gross. Like, lean into it. And that's no offense to the actor himself. What does he look like without all of those prosthetics is my question. Because I'm sure he's a perfectly fine looking human being in real life. Yeah, like, no offense. There's no offense to him at all. And what's that Lor Santeca who was, Elliott Kynes? It is! Max von Sydow, no way! Oh wow! May he rest in peace. Oh, that was so cool to see him. Obviously way younger. Yeah, lots of overlapping sci-fi, you know, figures in this. Patrick Stewart as Gurney, obviously. Sting as Feyd-Rautha. That was certainly something. That was something. I thought I would have more to like say after this. I think my brain's just like what just happened? What did I just watch? But that's honestly so reflective of, like, again, the reading experience. So I'm not gonna judge that again as a critique of the other ones by any means. And I am surprised by how much overlap there kind of was. There was some, like, word for word, obviously, where they're pulling directly dialogue from the book, but I was shocked because I was expecting them to be, like, so wildly different. There was, like, a decent amount of overlap. I do think Paul Atreides as a character, you know, I think, I don't know, they had more of his internal dialogue in this one, which was interesting. And I do like that, like, out of the gate, he was more cheerful, and he had a kind of like innocence to him. Again, that's not to critique Timothée Chalamet's performance. Like, it's obviously just two different performances. That's not to say that Timothée Chalamet was wrong by any means. In his rendition, we're immediately introduced to a much more kind of, I don't want to say somber, but much more serious, intense version of Paul, in spite of his youth, you know, the situations at hand. I guess we do see some of his, like, the lightheartedness and that youthful energy when we see him with Duncan, which really emphasizes their relationship, you know, versus, again, Duncan Idaho kind of is non-existent in this one. So it's kind of like give or take. There's so many characters, it's such an ensemble piece. It's like, who are you gonna flesh out? Who gets the screen time, the spotlight? But I did like that difference in, you know, the performance here. It was a different take. You know, I guess I also am curious too if, like, how I would view this, you know, if I had watched this before, if this was my first, you know, cinematic experience with Dune. But I really did think I would have more of, like, a clear cut, like, oh, by far the new ones are, like, so much better. Like, yes, in certain regards, yes, but I'm really not walking away from this as, like, shocked as I thought I would be. Like, oh, that was so bad, you know? Not that I went into this thinking it was gonna be bad by any means, but just I didn't know what to expect. It was so mysterious going in based on the way people have reminisced about this film and, you know, the opinions that I've heard about it. So I'm just gonna wrap it up here. I wish I had more to say. I feel bad. I feel like it was just a lot. It was just a lot. It's certainly different, but I was really looking forward to watching this. I'm glad I finally did. There were also just certain things in the books that the new ones kind of excluded that I've just been dying to see. What is that? What does Alia look like, you know? So in that regard, you know, this one definitely, like, fulfilled certain things about the book that the newer ones exclude for certain reasons. So I was just very excited to see what this viewing experience was going to be. But thank you guys so much for joining me for this trip. This is certainly something, and I think this might actually be my first ever full movie reaction. I've only ever done episodic reactions on the channel, so let me know if you would like to see more of these. There's definitely other movies that I have in the queue that I want to react to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go try to process this. Hope you're all doing so very well as always, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye guys.